Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. If you are new here, this is Pick a Message Tarot Messages, messages 1 through 4. I always tell everyone, give yourself a second using your own intuition to feel into which message is speaking to you, and that these messages connect to the potential energies, challenges, along with some guidance and advice so that you can hopefully navigate your week ahead in the best possible way. And also, no matter the date that they come with, when you land on these videos was when you were meant to hear them. That's when these messages are going to be prevalent for you. So don't get too caught up or worried about the dates that they come with. So give yourself a second now to feel into messages 1 through 4, and I will get started here with message number 1. Hello to my beautiful message 1 choosers. Let's have a look and see what the overarching energy is connected to for you guys this week. What do my beautiful message 1 choosers need to know? Okay, Page of Pentacles in reverse. So if you've been waiting on some sort of messaging, inspiration, some sort of idea, or just knowledge of some kind, information, especially as it connects to something to do with security, stability, home life, or finances, you might have to be patient because it doesn't look, based on this card in and of itself, that it might be this week that it comes through. You know, it's strange though. Right away, I'm like, I feel for some people it will, which is strange. We'll pull some more cards to see what goes with that. But essentially, Page of Pentacles is sort of like a new beginning, embracing beginners' mindsets, especially as it pertains to earthly things like finances, stability, career. But with it being in reverse, there could be a suggestion here that some of you need to practice a little bit of patience, or that we need to get out of the stuckness around here and actually start receiving the energy and take that first step towards something. Maybe you feel like you're lacking information in order to do that. But it can also, when it comes out reverse like that, can also be suggesting a little bit of stalled momentum, you know, kind of holding back, feeling like you can't begin that new thing that would inevitably bring in some sort of stability to you and your life situation. Okay, well, we're going to go with that. Delicate guide. Growth often happens in the shadows before it is fully realized in the light. Seek your source. Okay, patience. Definitely that is the thing coming through here. There's something that you need to connect to, some sort of information, guidance that you need. If it feels like you're not getting anywhere and you haven't really been able to start a new thing, it's because there is more to come through. There's more to know. There's more to understand. Delicate guide. Pay attention to butterflies too, I think, here in message 1. I feel like they might be messengers for you. Growth often happens in the shadows before it is fully realized in the light. Seek your source. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's more wisdom, more information that needs to be had. Things are happening behind the scenes. That new beginning that you want, crave, and desire, it will come, but there's just some missing pieces, and you really are growing and you are moving in a positive direction towards good things for yourself. It's just taking time. It's like you're in that cocoon, right? The proverbial cocoon, not quite ready to break free just yet. So that's sort of like that energy of don't be too discouraged if things aren't happening for you yet this week. If things don't turn around maybe the way you had been hoping this week, there's a card that flew out. There's a reason why it's not moving forward just yet. It's like trust the process kind of energy. I'm going to have to pause and pick up the video, or the video, the card that fell on the floor. Wow, guys, the card that fell on the floor is I am a clear channel for messages from spirit. Hearing messages from spirit. Yes, see, there's divine wisdom that wants to come through for you. Divine messages helping you to connect to something, an idea, an inspiration, just sort of knowledge and wisdom. It feels very much like it's going to feel like an epiphany, some sort of energy around the missing pieces of the puzzle. Because I keep imagining a puzzle in my mind. This is coming for you this week. So don't be too discouraged, rather, if things aren't moving in as fast as you'd like them to, or in the direction that you want them to, or they don't necessarily become fully realized for you this week. You've got a delicate guide, you've got spirit guides coming in, you've got messages that are going to be shipped your way this week. So make sure that you're creating some space to receive them. This doesn't mean you have to sit in hours of meditation or solitude, but just even like going for a walk or having some quiet time before you go to sleep at night, you will receive answers that you need, information that you currently don't have. And as it says, growth happens in the shadows before it's fully realized. This information is needed for you to have that new beginning, that new start that is connected to some kind of stability and security and prosperity. Look at this. This is coming in the position of challenge, and it's saying taking action. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. It almost feels like maybe some of you are ready to embody this, or for others, because it is in the challenge that maybe you've been hesitant. But I feel like, again, trust that feeling. You're in the cocoon right now. You're incubating, you're growing, you're expanding, you're psychically and spiritually awakening in some kind of way. And you're about to receive some sort of wisdom and knowledge that's going to help you get to this energy and have that new start. I just keep coming back to don't get discouraged or frustrated, and practice as much patience as you possibly can. Look, I unfurl my wings and fly, flying free. Yeah. I wonder if some of you are holding back on receiving this information, if there's some fear here, especially because this is so connected to spirituality and connection to the divine. And that can be destabilizing, a little bit scary. We can hold ourselves back. But this is suggesting, because it's direct advice from spirit, right? Allow yourself to fly free. Allow yourself to be open. But that this is also what you embody once you've allowed some patience and time to receive this information. And she's riding on a dove. So that's like peaceful too. Peaceful energy comes in as well. Look at this. Wow. Exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. Yeah. So quite literally, message one. This is what's on the other side of you moving through this dark energy, moving through the shadows, incubating, growing, being that proverbial caterpillar in the cocoon, not quite ready to become the butterfly. This is where you get to by embracing this energy right now. I soar into excellence, exceeding expectations. Your expectations will be exceeded. That Page of Pentacles will end up reversed for you. We're like, here I go. I have the information. I have a new beginning that I'm about to start. I'm going to embrace it. I'm flying high and free. Really, really beautiful. Here, message one. Trust the process just also keeps flying through my mind. I know I've already said it, but I'm saying it again. And just take a breath. I also wonder, maybe some of you, have you been experiencing some physical symptoms? I feel like some of you are being definitely activated in the body, like on a cellular level, up-leveled, activated, so that you are even more of a vessel and a channel for this spiritual communication and energy. Whoops. All right. Generosity, sow seeds of kindness. Yeah, I feel like there's a bit of a message there about giving of yourself, especially when the time calls for it, to be open to it being seen, being generous of your spirit and what you have to offer, because others are going to benefit from it in some kind of way. Maybe you're holding yourself back. Maybe when it comes to coming out of the shadows in that way, being seen and standing up and saying, here I am, world, and here's what I have to say, and here's what I know, you hold back a little bit. So a heads up from spirit that once you get to this information and you're ready to get going with this thing, show up with your heart wide open, fully encompassing and embodying your spiritual gifts and beauty. I feel like here for you guys. I don't know. I feel like I need to look at the bottom card. Hidden depths. You only see the surface. Look beyond. Yeah. So reiteration of the information and that you need, being in that cocoon. You're here in this cocoon for a reason. There is more to unfold. There's more to uncover. You're getting really close to this, practicing patience again. It's just, there are hidden depths. There's things that you don't quite know yet, but you're about to find out. So absolutely be open to this week, message one. All right. I don't really think there's much else I need to say. Your message, your guidance for this week is to stay open, to stay patient, to create space for this wisdom to come through and trust in this process, because you're going to start to fly free and exceed all expectations if you do. All right, guys, I will leave that there. Have a fantastic week. Take care. Hello to my beautiful message 2 choosers. What kind of energy is showing up for message 2 this week? What do my beautiful message 2s need to know? The Magician in reverse. Okay, so a couple of things with this card being the overarching main energy that spirit and the universe is highlighting for you this week is it's either time to own your power, your magic, your talents, your gifts, your creativity, what you bring or offer in any given situation, and that being in reverse, you haven't been, or that it could be time to ebb back for some of you. This is general, to cultivate your magic more, to up level yourself and what you have, what you offer, what you give. We will see what the cards have to say, but it could be either or for some of the message 2 choosers here, right? Because we're all going through different things. I will say my first instinct is to embody your power and your magic more, allow it out, allow it to be cultivated, allow it to keep evolving and to be seen by others, but we shall see. I do get that small little niggle that for some of you, it might be about retreating within to cultivate it even more. Yeah, I just keep coming back to owning your power, owning your brand of magic. Okay. Ancient echoes, honor insights gained with experience and hear the truths resonate within you. Timeless wisdom. Wow, just like message 1, there's a strong spiritual and divine connection showing up for you guys this week. I think that's going to help you embody this energy of the Magician more so. Feel more connected to yourself and honor the insights that come through. And you know, I'm getting ear chakra energy too, because again, it says honor insights gained with experience and hear the truths resonant within you. Timeless wisdom. If something clicks, if something feels right, if you hear something, if you connect to something, especially through, maybe learning or knowledge, gaining more knowledge about ancient things or just anything, if it sparks something in you, if you feel really connected to it, follow that thread. There's going to be something in this for you that you're meant to lean into, utilize, something of that nature. Ancient echoes coming through. I'm feeling owl energy too. And they are connected to the ear chakras, to clear audience, clear hearing, and just wisdom in general. I unfurl my wings and flying free. This came up in message 1 too, in a different position. Yeah, this insight, this wisdom, this connection that you make, following it brings you into this energy of flying free and peace. It brings in that energy of peace too. I'm noticing a lot of water as well. So it might even bring in a balance of emotions for you where there hasn't been, where things have been maybe emotionally heavy or turbulent. And perhaps this is the thing that made you feel disconnected from the magic of who you are, your authenticity, your soul energy. I unfurl my wings and fly. It's like once you receive this wisdom, once you feel connected to it and you feel this deep resonance within it in your soul, to me, it seems like it's the messages, take action on it in whatever way that looks for you. Oh my gosh, taking action. That's coming out in the challenge position. And it says, I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. Yeah. So this is where maybe you get stuck sometimes, not acting on the inspiration, on the wisdom that comes through, on that knowing that something about this information that I got or that I received that I'm connecting to is right, it's time to start actually unsticking stagnancy and, kind of hanging back for too long and not doing anything with the information you get. It's time to act, because this is coming out in the challenge position and you are meant to fly free with this. Because you are magic. I keep getting that in my head too. They are magic. They are magical. Maybe you doubt things about yourself, possibilities that you dismiss. I feel like you're not meant to. Message 2. Okay. Something very practical and tangible. Simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures in life. And this could also be something that's a distraction for you, right? It's sort of like you don't literally have to have a cluttered space, but when we have a cluttered space, we often have a cluttered mind, or we don't have as much openness. So maybe that's something to look at. Where can you simplify your life, make things more streamlined for you so that you're more open to these ancient echoes that want to come through? You are wanting to be spiritually connected and activated, awakened in a major way that brings some sort of connection to you doing something different, taking action on something, creating something, maybe even moving towards something or someone. But there might be a lot of responsibilities around you that cause you to not feel like you can do anything with this. And you're really, spirit, the universe is really highlighting that it's necessary that you start to act on these things. Mm-hmm. I cherish the simple pleasures of life too. Yeah, simplifying your life so that you can have more relaxed energy and receive and connect to these ancient echoes. Cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Pouring into your life, taking action, flying free, simplifying your life. Yeah, this is what you get to. You're really meant to do something with whatever this wisdom and ancient knowledge that comes through for you is and how it connects to you. Yeah, go for it. Take action. The time is now. It's like, but be patient with it too, because it takes a while for us to see prosperity when we're planting seeds, right? They need to be watered, cared for, cultivated before we actually see growth, full growth. But yeah, you're meant to be cultivating some sort of prosperity with whatever this information is, this knowledge is that you receive or have already received, but are not doing anything with it. It's going to help you be in the energy of the magician, flying free. But, I like this practical advice for you to simplify your life, to do whatever you need to do to bring you back to center where you're not preoccupied or where you're not carrying too many burdens and responsibilities so that you're more free to connect to these ancient echoes. Very spiritual messages coming through so far. Divinely orchestrated, most definitely. Release, lighten your load. Very well connected to simplifying your life. This is the big block and the big stopper here. So for you, message 2 this week, I feel like this is your biggest task. This is your focus. How can you simplify your life and create space for the more simple and carefree pleasures in life? Because this is going to open you up to this ancient echo, this wisdom, this knowledge, this information that you're being asked to take action on and cultivate once you receive it. Lighten your load, taking on a lot, too many responsibilities and burdens. That's an energy that's been coming up for release for all of us in one way, shape, or form. And you are no exception. Message 2. You have some sort of magical activation and power coming through for you that you're meant to do something. I feel like for a lot of you, it's a very big thing. It's going to start off at the beginning stage though, right? Where we're building, cultivating, and planting those seeds. But it feels like too positive of an opportunity and a connection for you to ignore. It feels to me too like a lot of you put yourself on the back burner over and over again for the sake of all others. There's something about that here as well for you guys, and it's time to unstick that energy. That's your focus for this week, because you're going to receive information, timeless wisdom that's going to be so positive for you, and you are meant to act on it. I will stop sounding like a broken record, and I will leave that there. I really hope you guys give yourself over to this by simplifying your life and really lightening your load. Jeez, slow down. Okay, I am going to leave that there. I hope all of you have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. Let's have a look and see what my beautiful message 3 choosers need to know. What do my beautiful message 3 choosers need to see, know, understand going into this week? What kind of energy is showing up for them? Oop. Everything's coming out in reverse this week. Queen of Wands. Okay, but it's in reverse, suggesting where are you lacking creativity, passion, inspiration? Where are you not owning your power in some way, shape, or form, especially as it connects to things of a feminine variety, like creativity, nurturing, intuition, following creative, inspired, divinely inspired energy, right? That embodying that fire of, I've got this, I'm passionate, I'm ready to go. Being in reverse, this is likely something that the universe and spirit is highlighting for you to look at, work on, or turn around this week. And usually that's because there's good reason for it, but we shall see what the rest of the cards have to say. Ooh, unlock answers. Challenges that obscure your path hold potential for real breakthroughs. Reveal insights. And there's a big key there. This is a massive overarching energy coming in for all of us this week. So far, from messages 1 through to 3. Spiritual energy, the angelic realm, the divine really wants to help us and bring us the insight and the information that we need. You are no exception here in message 3. And with that key there, you hold the key. You have the answers, even though you have not unlocked them just yet. And it will help you through your challenges to embody that Queen of Wands in the best way, in the upright way, where you're passionate, inspired, and you inspire others. You're ingenious, your creative thinking, your intuition is turned up and on, and these challenges will dissipate. Yeah, challenges obscure your path, hold potential for real breakthroughs, reveal insights. So be open to insights coming through this week. And they could come through in a way that is very subtle, where it's like divine messaging through, the animal realm, or through words or actions or deeds that you've seen of others that connect you in some way, in a very subtle fashion. But I also feel like there's a message here for some of you to make some space for contemplation and reflection, because you will be able to unlock the pieces that are keeping things stuck and stagnant, that have maybe, put that fire, that positive, passionate fire within you out a little bit, so that you can return this around and those insights come through. They want to be revealed for you this week. Message 3. All of us are being asked to create some space this week to connect to this kind of energy, because we're all about to receive messages. Yeah, so you have the ability to move out of challenges this week with these insights that want to come through, providing you the information that you need to shift. Communicating freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. It's funny because while I do feel like this is an energy that you're being asked to embody, express yourself, don't hold back, say your truth, speak from your heart. I also feel like this communicating is communicating to something higher, allowing intuition to come through, allowing divine wisdom to come through. Yeah, I communicate from the depths of my being. Definitely think that some of you need to be saying something, though, expressing something, holding back in some kind of way. And that would definitely put out our fire, right? Our passionate energy, our creativity, how we get inspired. Maybe you feel like you can't, but all this is showing up for you to be leaning into this week. Jeez. The energies coming in this week are crazy. Awakening ancient wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. This is what I'm talking about, communication. You're going to receive divine communication, right? And you have ancient wisdom showing up for you, knowledge, information, and you need to trust it when it comes through here, message 3, because it's coming in the position of challenge, this card. So you might dismiss it, not want to believe it. It might feel too subtle or too coincidental, or just because it's not necessarily physical or tangible. It might be hard for you to be like, can I really trust this information? I feel like the answer is yes. And you're going to be challenged too. Yep. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me, awakening ancient wisdom. Be careful about not dismissing this kind of information and wisdom that comes through. Even if you can't prove it, there's definitely something there, it's revealing insights to you that you need that will help you get into a better position for yourself, back to that Queen of Wands energy upright. My dreams are coming true, manifesting dreams. Yep. And this is like the direct piece of wisdom advice, embodying this energy, trusting this energy, reiterating it to yourself, especially if you're feeling challenged right now, because it does look like that's happening, where you're feeling off kilter and not quite yourself, not embodying that passionate, fiery energy. You are manifesting, even if you're going through an obstacle or you're bumping up against something that's not necessarily easy right now. By expressing yourself, communicating freely, and really being open to the ancient wisdom that comes through, I feel, in a very subtle way, and trusting the insights you gain, it's just going to push your dream closer to you rather than away. Oh my goodness. Trusting your intuition, and it's a keyhole. How connected is that, right? Unlock your answers. They're going to be unlocked, but you're going to be challenged to trust them. And you are absolutely meant to trust them. Message 3. My life is truly guided. Yeah. I feel like because it's hard to prove that what we receive, spiritually and by way of our intuition and our deep inner knowing, we can't prove it. We just have to follow it with trust. Because of that, I think it trips you up maybe, and it causes doubt to surface. This is your heads up that this is not the week to do that. Completely lean in. You are about to receive insights. You are awakening to ancient wisdom. You are being guided, and you have the key to unlock these answers, and you are meant to trust it. Trusting your intuition. My life is truly guided. It really is message 3. I feel like your biggest message is to really be open to this wisdom that's going to come through for you, and to not dismiss it, second guess it, or doubt it, or yourself. Because it's going to help you connect to manifesting a dream and being able to move forward with something in the best and most beautiful way. These messages this week are so connected to the spiritual realm. We're all being guided, I think, this week. Spirit's coming in to give us all the answers and to really connect, and wants to divinely guide our lives big time this week. Retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. And I feel like you guys are likely very busy people, going, doing, being, and you're being asked to retreat, but I feel like it's because it's connected to your intuition and unlocking answers. There needs to be space created so that you can actually do that and receive, and to be patient with that. And you will. Like, I really feel that really strongly for guys. You will. There's going to be a reignition of passion and power within you if you do as well. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. Yes. So especially too, if you've been feeling stressed, overwhelmed, overburdened, many of us have. That's a big energy in the world right now. Don't underestimate taking this time, this pause for yourself to retreat back. I feel like the healing can happen so quickly for you as well, by way of, getting back to that Queen of Wands energy upright, like feeling ready to go and connected again. So really give yourself over to some space for this message 3. You've got so much divine wisdom and connection coming through if you do, but you must trust yourself. Even though you won't be able to see it or prove it, just try not to spend too much time doubting it or second guessing it. All right, I am going to leave that there, and I hope all of you have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello to all my beautiful message 4 choosers. Let's have a look and see, what do my beautiful message 4s need to know going into this week? What kind of energy is showing up for message 4? Page of Cups. Your card is the first one that's showing upright of all the messages so far this week. Page of Cups. Some sort of emotional new beginning wants to show up, and there's some sort of offering or opportunity that's going to feel quite good, whether it's in love, an emotional connection offering, a new beginning in a new relationship, or something that just fills your heart up with joy. And this is sort of like your heads up to be open to this. It's something new though. Something that you likely can't see or haven't anticipated. I'm really noticing that fish in the cup, Piscean energy, watery. Yeah, something quite emotionally fulfilling, an offering of sorts. Let's see what else goes with that for my message force. You know what's really funny? I don't know if it means anything, but I keep hearing my candles flickering and crackling. It almost makes me feel like something with like passion, like igniting or something passionate. Strange. I can honestly say I've never felt like that, kind of a weird connection to the sound of a candle before. Evening Star. Be your own guiding light, even when the path seems unclear or challenging. Hope in darkness. Okay, so again, maybe you're navigating emotional waters within you, or heavy emotions that have been hard to unstick or clear away or even understand. Trust in yourself that you really are navigating this, even if it's been hard or difficult, because on the other side of this is some sort of new emotional beginning, a new emotional offering wants to come as a result of navigating this darker energy. Again, it says, be your own guiding light, even when the path seems unclear or challenging. Hope in darkness. Yeah, you don't have to have all the information. You don't have to know exactly what's coming, but it feels like it's about navigating your own emotional evolution and healing as a human, because it's going to connect you to that beautiful light energy coming out of that dark and into the light, where there's this opportunity, this emotional new beginning or offering being given to you. All right. Let's pull some more cards. I'm hearing that song, When You Wish Upon a Star. Maybe allow yourself to get really dreamy this week and look up at the sky and the stars and make wishes from the heart, things you really want, that you desire, and start trusting and believing that they are possible for you, that they're going to come your way. Look at this. My soul sings with joy, follow your bliss. And you know, she's got this horse down here and she's singing on the flute, or not singing, sorry, playing the flute. Something about embodying your own soul song, your own truth, the realness of who you are that maybe has been hidden. I feel like some of you who chose message 4 have had a lot of emotional heaviness or hardships, maybe in love and connection with people, community. I feel like that wants to come to an end. Again, you're navigating that dark energy. You're moving through the emotions. You're doing really hard work. And it's time to start embodying you, saying yes to what you want for yourself and believing you can have it. Follow that bliss. Sort of like, don't talk yourself out of what you want, or lean into a narrative or story that you can't have it because I'm not good enough, especially if it's connected to emotional pain from the past. It's yours. It's that wish upon a star energy. You're meant to have it, and you're coming and getting very close to being able to manifest it. Yes. Okay, standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. I feel like these are energies you've been working on because it's coming in the challenge position. You are up-leveling these energies within yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard on yourself if you're not there yet, if you're still working on insecurity. You are getting there, and it is absolutely leading you to an emotional, new, fulfilling beginning with someone or something, where your heart is ready to just soar and you really are following your bliss. I feel like too, message 4, some of you settle for less than what you deserve, especially when it comes to friendships and romance. For some of you, And that needs to come to an end. And it's coming to an end because you are doing emotional work, and this feeling of keep going. Don't compromise on what you know you deserve, what is blissful to you. And then you will start receiving it and pulling those kind of energies towards you. This came up one of the other messages in the same position. Simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. Allowing yourself to be present in joy. As this says, enjoying the simple things of life. But also, where can you clear out some space in your home, in your surroundings, in your mind, in your heart, ever more, as you have been, so that you can feel more centered, more present, more connected, to be more open to this joy and this bliss that it feels like it wants to be shipped your way. This emotional opportunity and offering is likely coming in the very near future. All the more reason to say, okay, I'm going to take action on the advice card here and simplify my life and create space for this, so that I'm continuing to follow my bliss, do this healing work, and walk right into that light energy of a new emotional beginning that is resonant. And for some of you, I almost want to say finally. Like I finally am meeting my person, or the right person, or the right people. Look at this. Hearing messages from spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from spirit. Yep. Feeling emotionally connected enough to yourself that you start to receive messages from spirit. This is going to be showing up for you, likely this week, message 4. So be open to the information that comes through, the wisdom that comes through. I feel like you're somewhat of a channel for this naturally, because there's so much water energy, which is connected to intuition, and the divine of some sort. But yeah, it feels like you're being up-leveled in so many ways here, message 4, and more of that is being shipped your way this week. Holding on to hope. Again, following your bliss. Don't hold yourself back. Stay firm in who you are, what you want, what you desire, and stay open to divine wisdom coming through. It's going to help you navigate the situation. And I keep feeling like, so that you don't miss an emotional, fulfilling opportunity or person situation showing up. I feel like it's about up-leveling your beliefs around yourself, your confidence, your strength. I feel like you're way tougher than you give yourself credit for, and way more desirable and beautiful and all kinds of good things like that than you've given yourself credit for. I'm really attracted to that feather as well. Message 4, maybe pay attention to feathers. If you're going on a walk or something and you receive a feather, it might be like spirit trying to get your attention. Either way, I feel like the big message here for you guys this week is to keep navigating that darkness. Don't let it push you back. Don't let it make you feel like you have to compromise on something. Stay firm, because this has been a challenge with your confidence. Follow your bliss. Stay open to spiritual messages, and simplify your life, because it's taking you on this path into this light energy where there's really good emotional fulfillment, romance for some, and connection. All the messages this week have been so deep. There's been so much overlap. There are a lot of cards repeating. It's saying generosity, sow seeds of kindness. I feel like this makes a lot of sense, right? Unclear, challenging, hope in the darkness, trying to be your own guiding light through the dark. I feel like you're somebody who's more comfortable in the shadows than you are being seen. I think there's some emotional pain that goes with that, especially when it comes to being open-hearted with connection, love, romance, but just, even just people in general. It is time to shift that energy out. And I think you're trying, you're doing the work, but this is just sort of like your heads up from the spiritual realm, from the universe, saying the more generous you are of spirit, the more open-hearted you show up in connection and in relation to others with your superpowers and what you bring. I think you're quite empathic too. I'm getting a strong energy around that. The more that you get back of the same energy of generous people, situations, kindness coming back to you twofold, maybe tenfold. On the bottom, this says breathe, slow down and contemplate the tea. Violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. Yeah, I think you've had some hard things that have happened, and you're meant to head back and breathe, receive divine wisdom and connection so that you can get into that light energy. I feel like this is just a bump. Whatever you're dealing with or going through is not meant to have you retreat so far back that you hide yourself away. Yeah. Contemplate the tea, contemplate what's transpired, what's happened. But start here this week, message 4, with simplifying your life so that you can get back into enjoying the simple pleasures, being centered, being connected to your soul, yourself, following your bliss. I really just keep wanting to tell my message 4 is to not settle in any kind of way with anyone or anything. Yeah, I feel like a lot of that's happened in your life. Okay, I'm getting too deep with it. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope this helped. And I hope that you guys really do give yourself over to the simple things, the simple pleasures, and a little bit of solitude, because I think it's going to bring some answers through for you as well, that message. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care.